confident are you that you can get these passing issues, like with the deep passes and all this stuff with your feet? But there have been questions about the inability to push the ball downfield late. How confident are you that you can get that thing going? This team can get this.
I'm very confident. I'm very confident in the players that we got. I'm very confident in myself. Obviously, starts with me. I got to be better when we have those opportunities. When we had an opportunity this week against a team that's been the best team in the league for a really long time. They're playing really good football right now, so we got to put our best foot forward, have a good week of practice, and go out there and execute on Sunday.
Feel and this matchup with them, because you had a bunch of them in the regular season, feel any different because both teams are not in that prime perch position of your divisions. They're pretty desperate at third place. You guys are trying to get it first. Does it feel a little different than some of the previous ones where it felt like a formality until you met each other in the postseason?
I'm gonna give you a cliche answer here. I mean, it's the next one. Every game is different. Every year is different. Everything presents itself in a different way. Nothing that happened last year, the year before, or the year before that carries over or matters this week. They got a lot of guys that returned from last year's squad, but they got some new guys. They're doing some different things. We're doing some different things. But at the end of the day, we gotta come out and play the best football that we can play.
Sunday, you had mentioned that trusting your feet, trusting your eyes. After you went back and watched the video, did you have any additional takeaways on the difference between the first half and that first drive of the second half when you guys really started to get going offensively with the passing game specifically?
Yeah, I think I've said this for a long time. It's never as good, it's never as bad as you think, right? So when you have a really good game and you go on, you think it's going to be really good, and sometimes it's not as good as you thought. Sometimes you feel like you had a bad game and you go and watch it and it's not as bad as you thought. But there's still the want and the hunger to continue to get better with myself mechanically, and just making sure I'm doing the right things and trying to find myself and put myself in the best spots possible to deliver the best ball that I can to our receivers to go make plays for us. So that's what we're working on this week.
Josh, how do you guard against pressing? With the passing game struggling like it is, how do you kind of just stay within it and not press?
Yeah, go out there and whatever Joe calls, just try to execute it as high level as I can. Whether that calls for taking shots or whether that calls for checking it down, finding the open guy. That's I guess the name of the game of the quarterback position is just, again, finding completions, getting into our guys, and letting them make some plays for us.
Spags ever get old?
No. He's awesome. After the game, we always kind of share a quick little, I wouldn't say embrace, but a quick little tap, whatever it is. Got a lot of respect for him. He's one of the best in the business, if not the best in the business. Shows you a lot of different looks, and he knows how to call a football game, that's for sure.
Does he come up to you, or do you find each other, and do you do that often with a defensive coordinator? Because it sounds like there's a mutual respect in that sense.
Yeah, I think sometimes it just kind of happens. We're walking by, and sometimes it's we look for each other, but it's not. I don't think it's anything more than that. But yes, I would say there is mutual respect. Or at least I hope there is. But yeah, again, a lot of respect for him.
Josh, what have you?
Chiefs as often as you do, like the familiarity there, is it almost like a divisional game in terms of like how well the two teams know each other, or how do you kind of view that?
Yeah, I think we've played them. Damn near every year since I've gotten here. So yeah, I guess you can look at it from a perspective of we kind of understand what they try to do to us. But there's jabs, there's counters. There's different things that you can do throughout seeing each other throughout the years of making things look the same but being completely different. So again, just kind of with division games, you kind of go into it like, hey, let's listen to our base rules. Let's not try to chase anything, and then just play it with your eyes and be reactive as possible.
You've gotten all three tight ends involved, sometimes all at once. What have you liked collectively about that personnel grouping?
Yeah, I think they're doing a heck of a job in the run game, allowing us to kind of play some bigger people, getting into some base defenses, and then the ability to throw out of it and have Dawson, Jackson, and Dalton all be pass catchers in different spots, running different routes. I think it makes it tough for a defense to have to account for that as well.
Point further with Reggie Gilliam involved too. He's really, his role has picked up this season a lot too. What has he meant for the defense?
I mean, he's the ultimate Swiss Army knife for us. Playing tight end, playing fullback. Obviously, he plays a lot of special teams for us. Again, guy that plays football the right way, doesn't care about the stats, doesn't care about his name being in the paper. But if you go back and watch some of the runs that Jimbo's had over the last few weeks, he's been involved in quite a few of them of going in there and doing some of the dirty work. So kind of an unsung hero of our offense right now.
I know you don't play against Mahomes, but do you relish these games and opportunities to get to go up against two of the top quarterbacks in the league?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're playing against a good team and a good quarterback, you have to play at the top of your game in order to win a football game. So, again, not that you don't go out there and try to play your best all the time. There is a heightened sense of awareness to that, of understanding who's on the other side of the football. But yeah, I mean, you want to go out there and you know, our goal is to try to score on every single drive. You know, and that's what we try to do.
Has your approach changed after each playoff loss to Kansas City in how you approach them in the regular season? Because this has become old hat now. I mean, there was the sting of 13 seconds and all the other stuff, but now you say all the other stuff doesn't matter. Has that changed in your mind if you reflect back to 2021 and 2022?
I don't think so. I think every year, like I said, presents itself in a different way, in a different manner. You know, it is what it is for that. You know, they've gotten our number in the playoffs a few times, and you know, we understand that. But again, you know, we're just focused on trying to go 1-0 this week in the 2025 season.
Usually your line, Josh, is that you're focused on 1-0, and the next game is the biggest because it is the next. But when it's this opponent, are you sticking with that? Is that true still?
Still true. Still holds true.
You guys are opposite sides of the ball, but your locker mate, Big Phil, what does he bring to this team?
Oh, he's awesome. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of juice, a certain tenacity and toughness that he has. You know, when you see him doing this move, you know, it's always a good thing. So we really appreciate him obviously coming back here and being a part of this team. And he's helped us out a lot so far.
Gabe back, and just what you see from him on the field getting practice.
Yeah, it looks like he's moving really well. Obviously a guy that I know very well and have a lot of trust in, a lot of faith in. So good to see him back out there.
Missing in the passing game, keeping it clicking. Is it a bunch of small things or one kind of bigger thing that you guys are focused on?
I mean, I think it's just some of the smaller things, and again, it pertains to what I'm doing.